It started back on October 16, 25, ICAC investigators. That's the International Crime Against Children Task Force. They opened up a case involving photographs of young children being sexually abused that had been sent through email and other sources. On November 6, 2025, a 3-week investigation of our criminal and the ICAC, investigators with the Houston County Sheriff's Office executed search warrants 1600 block of Jimbo Road, Webb, Alabama. Investigators recovered several electronic devices located from a William Nichols Johnson, 47 years old, of Webb. Mr. Johnson was transported to the Houston County Sheriff's Office for questioning as a result of the investigation. Until that point, Mr. Johnson was arrested and charged with 7 counts of possession of child pornography with intent to distribute. He was transported to the Houston County Jail, held without bond. Further, the additional search warrants obtained for Mr. Johnson's cellular device and using forensic equipment was used to extract the data from these devices, where the results was more than 1,000 images and videos of minor children being sexually abused. At this time, 7 warrants have been signed. 93 more are fixing to be signed by the investigators working the case. It turned out a little more than what they actually thought until they got the devices. But like I said, if you have some more questions related to this one, I'll let Sergeant Barnes, y'all can ask him. Sarge, come on over.
Good afternoon.
These type of cases, the ICAP, I think.
ICAC.
They identify the person has contacted somebody and then you'll follow up on it?
That's right. So your major social media platforms, they do a great job of scrubbing content that comes through their systems and their servers. In return, they'll notify ICAC. They'll determine the region in which that took place in, and that's how we receive that information here in Houston County.
And I suppose the images was found when y'all did a search warrant on their device.
Yeah, so we took the initial images that we received from ICAC, and we corroborate those images through, in this case, a 3-week investigation. And then the additional images came through an extraction of multiple cell phone devices.
Is there any message you want to get out to people like Johnson, or a message to parents?
Yeah, you know, these, we do our best not to take these cases personal, but sometimes it's hard to. These are children somewhere that are being sexually assaulted, and they're being exploited nationwide, if not around the world. And, you know, really with any crime in Houston County, the team that we have is going to do an amazing job investigating, and the likelihood of you not getting caught, very unlikely. These cases specific are priorities. That's why we have a task force involved in these cases. It's just a matter of time. If you have an addiction to child pornography, Houston County is going to be at your door.
Any word on how long this has been taking place? I know you told me it was a 3-week investigation.
Yeah, so we had just received the tip in October, and we immediately began investigating it.
And this isn't an isolated incident. We've had 3 to 5 in the past couple months.
That's right. Yeah, we get various tips throughout the month that we have to investigate.
Have y'all found any victims yet that he actually?
No, sir.
Just images on his phone.
That is correct.
Explain to them how they trade. How do you do that?
Sure. So the sheriff's comment was, how do they go about using child pornography? Other than the addiction that they have, how do they get additional images? There's social media platforms set up that are constantly being monitored. And in a lot of cases, and in most cases, if I need to get an image of child pornography, I've got to trade something I already have. And in this case, this individual was connected to various other outlets on social media. where he would provide images to get additional images. And sometimes they pay for these images. But that's where our job comes in to figure out where they're getting them from and notify those authorities. That way those platforms can be shut down and those behind it can be held accountable.
Okay.
Thank you all.